eyes. He looked and saw nothing. Time was silent in the darkness. Nothing could be seen, or heard, or felt. This was a lonely place. The Great Spirit did not like this at all. So he decided to fill this space with movement and light, with time and shadow. To do this, he first made himself into the tiniest speck, and then into everything. And so the water was made. For a time, the Great Spirit floated there, happy with what he had done. But he was not satisfied. So from the waters, he brought the land. He looked upon the land and saw that it needed, well, character. So with his hands, the Great Spirit molded the mountains and the valleys. The Great Spirit was happy to see the things shaped as he saw them in his mind. When he was finished with the land, he stood. He laughed and danced, and he said, "Everything is ready now. I will fill this place with all of the makings of life." But this wasn't so easy. He could not think of how things in the world should look or act. What would they do? What would their purpose be? And if he couldn't think of them, he certainly couldn't create them. So he began to think harder and harder. He thought so hard that he became very tired. And finally, he fell asleep. Now this was the first time the Great Spirit had ever slept. And as he slept, strange visions filled his mind. He saw strange things yet to be, things never dreamed of before or since. The first thing he dreamed was a white bird, a tricky bird, silly and strange. Then he dreamed another bird, stern and commanding. And then he dreamed a sleek, green animal, filled with stories. He went on to dream animals crawling on 4 legs, some on 2. Some creatures had wings, some fins. And then, in his dream, the Great Spirit heard them, all of the animals at once. Insects buzzed around, wolves howled, birds sang. It was loud and chaotic. It was a zoo. The Great Spirit thought he was having a nightmare. The Great Spirit thought nothing could be this imperfect. He forced himself to wake. And when the Great Spirit did awake, he saw a raven and an eagle and a frog. And they were at play in this first world. The Great Spirit spoke to the frog, and he asked her where they had come from. And she told him, "From your dreams, Great Spirit, from your dreams. All of us are from your dreams." Then she pointed, and the Great Spirit could see that the land had changed again, and that it contained all of those things he had dreamed. And the Great Spirit despaired, because in his dream he saw so much that was not perfect, so much that was unfinished. Then Frog, still so young, but already wise beyond her years, hopped up to him. And she touched his hand, and she said, "Do not worry, Great Spirit. There is a reason you created us first. You created us to help you make your world a better place, and that is what we will do. We 3 and others."
Others?
Oh, yes. From the sand and lightning you will make the first man, Gluskap, and he will be a guide like Eagle. And from the rock you will bring Nanabatso, and he will be a trickster like Raven.
Aha!
I can see them already in my mind, Frog.
And he realized in that instant that what he dreamed became his creation. And he knew that everything he dreamed would eventually come to be. And more, that everything would have its place and its purpose in the time to come. And this made him very happy.